Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru, coming at you with 6 more prospects for April 2025 NFL Draft. I always forget to say this. If you like the video, sub and subscribe and like. It don't cost a dime. Nate Dogg, boom. Thank you for jumping in the house. It's taken me since May, but we broke 700. We're at 701. 701 we're at. And it's amazing how there's some other content creators that call themselves draft guys. They're at 90 people. Especially when there's 6 years of tape on some people. I just don't understand it. Don't understand it. Don't understand it. Wait a second. By far, the best beard on YouTube. Maybe I might come back tonight later on with a midnight mock draft to 74, I think. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll save that for the weekend. All right, we're at 701 players. East-West Shrines passed, Senior Bowls passed. The last all-star game is the Legacy Bowl. That's going to be on February 22nd, and that's showcasing all of the HBCU talent. I've said this since May, man. Go down your favorite. This is a 32. I happen to be a Dallas fan. Don't throw tomatoes at me. But I said in May, this is for 32 teams, this channel. Would you draft Desmond Watson, defensive tackle for Florida? You're talking about Cam Rogers, or you're talking about the other kid from Florida that stayed in, the kid that's 450, the kid that's 450 pounds. Are you talking about that dude? Because the big D tackle coming out of, he didn't come out. He didn't come out this year. I think he has to lose more. Yo, that kid was 450, bro. And listen, man, it's no big deal. I mean, listen, when you see him, when you look at other players, and somebody like that is very, very hard to miss. He's a monster, 6'6", 6'5". He did weigh 455 at one point. Got him on a special diet, doing him extra cardio. Yo, in that Florida heat, running like that, I don't know how you don't lose weight. He decided to stay in. If he can get down to, let's say, 375-ish, because we all know throughout the season, you're going to get bigger. We all know people that have weight issues, they don't go away. You battle them your entire life. So if he can get down to 375, stay there, I see a team taking a chance on him because he's a load against the run. You know what I'm trying to say? He's a run stuffer. It's just his cardio is going to be a factor, and how long can he withstand, I mean, now you're not going to get more than 5 plays out of him. And bro, if you take him he's a late day 3 kind of dude, that's fine. Or if you just need somebody to, be a run stuffer in goal line packages and short yardage distances, I'm fine with that, man. It's just but they are going to want to get him down to his lowest weight possible, because once he gets paid, he's going to put on more weight. But it's just also natural as you get older, you get bigger. But yeah, that kid's hard to miss, bro. Legit, he was playing at like 450 for the last 2 years, and then he got down to like around 400. Next, I got six interesting prospects. They're all HBCU, and they'll all be on display February the 22nd. That's the last bowl game, and that's the Legacy Bowl. This kid is Benari Black, College Johnson C. Smith. This kid is a straight up just a tackling machine, man. Linebacker, safety. He played mostly linebacker. To me, at the next level in the NFL, he has safety written all over him. Special teams demon. 6'2", 215, 114 tackles, 15 tackles for losses, and 3 sacks. He's someone that I want to see. I want to see what 40 he runs, man. I truly do. And then also, he might, his way to get on a team could initially be special teams, and then later on, that might, if he can, stick around long enough, and they, find a position for him. To me, he's just 100%. He's a safety to me. So I'm sure the week of the Legacy Bowl, he's going to be getting the majority of reps at safety. I'm a betting man, and I would bet that. It's weird. I know the head coach from South Carolina State, I think, is coaching one of the teams because, like, legit, if you went to South Carolina State, you're there. They have like every kid on their team is at this Legacy Bowl. But whatever. Jaden Broughton, linebacker, 6'2", 240. Now, his stats are not going to jump off the board at you. 6'2", 240, South Carolina State. 19 tackles and 5 sacks. That's really not that impressive, right? He only did it in 5 games. He only played 5 games in 2024. Imagine if he would have had a full season under his belt, what his stats would be. I see this kid, South Carolina State kid, I see this kid going off, man. I truly do. See what happens. I've been wrong before. I've been right before. But I'm mostly right when it comes to the draft. Everyone that says, oh, I got 100% rate of this and that, bro, they're full of shit. We all make mistakes. It happens, man. There's a saying, if you never made a mistake, you would never learn anything. I have so many more prospects here. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. All right, next kid, Cameron King, tight end, Fayetteville State. 6'3", 235, 36 receptions for 340 yards and 3 TDs. I was speaking about this yesterday, man, and like the HBCU, it just seems like I'm leading this up, so I'm gonna go to a story later. It seems like the tight ends are just glorified wide receivers. When I mean, like, they're like 6'2", 215, or that you don't see your prototypical 6'7", 6'6", 250-pound tight end. You don't see that in this HBCU. At least I'm not. So it's interesting. But this kid caught my eye. I got another tight end for you, bro. Where do you see his kids statistics. Not his statistics, his stats. And a blind man can see this kid is crazy, crazy, crazy athletic. There's another kid I'm going to do a video on just because legit, yo, I got like I don't want to shit on him. Yo, this dude looks like he's 52 years old. It looks like something. I want to make him. He went to Norfolk State. I'm going to do a video on him eventually. Legit, bro. Yo, he looks like he's like 45 years old, 50 years old, and he's playing college ball. I'm like, how old is this kid? It's just like, but that'll be just a. I'm sorry, I got 2 stars around his name just because. I mean, he's collecting Social Security already. All right, boom. Let's do another boom at you. Check this out, man. This is why you have to think outside the box. Thomas Nanny, tight end, Bethune-Cookman, 6'3", 270 pounds, 33 receptions for 370 yards and 2 touchdowns. I get my hands on that kid. He's playing defensive line. I'm telling this kid, I want 30 more pounds, man. He's 6'3", 270. And look at his stats. And look at the way he's built. Not everybody thinks like me, and that's okay. But I'm putting 30 pounds on that kid. I'm telling him, go practice your limp. You're going to the practice squad, and we'll see you in a year. And you better weigh 30 more pounds. Because to be 6'3", 270 and play tight end and have over 30 receptions, almost 400 yards and 2 touchdowns, that's a crazy listen, am I saying he's going to run the fastest 40? No. But you're a defensive lineman. You get it? I don't care how fast you are. I want to see how fast you are at 10 yards. When it comes to football, listen, unless it's corners, safeties, wide receivers, running backs, the 40-yard dash is like the most overrated tool that's used in football. I don't like him just because he's a 49er fan. So don't hate me. But everyone says Jerry Rice is the best wide receiver ever. Jerry Rice ran a 4.7. Michael Irvin ran a 4.7. How many kids every year, what was that kid, Jonathan Ross lately from the Bengals a few years ago? He ran like a 4.2. It doesn't translate. There's track speed. There's football speed. This kid, Thomas Nene, throw him to the D-line. I know he's athletic enough. I know he is. But maybe, hopefully, another coach will have the vision that I have and to see that this kid's that athletic. Let's throw 30 pounds on him, and you're going to play 3 tech. Or use him as an edge. I see, like, that's where I wish I could be like a week of practice. You know, that's it's that day will come. Trust me, my friends, that day will come. Next, also, is a wide receiver. Ironically, South Carolina State again. All these HBCU kids, but it seems like the whole South Carolina State college is at this game. Jay Graham, boom, what's up? Dropping 6 HBCU candidates. We're at, we broke the 700 mark tonight, man. 701 we're at. Justin Smith Brown, South Carolina State, man. Like I said, their whole roster is at the will be on display at the Legacy Bowl. Kid 6'1", 190, had 54 catches for 750 yards and 4 TDs. And he was nicked up. So hopefully, bro, this kid can fly and he can just and his vertical. I want to see what this kid's vertical is, man. If this kid was completely healthy, he's doubling. He would double the touchdown production without a doubt, without a doubt. But and the good things about this is these colleges, like, okay, we had the Senior Bowl last week, the East West Shrine last week. Ohio State, Notre Dame, you had kids practicing, playing games 2 weeks ago, a week before that. These kids are at least, they're freshed up, they're healed from the season. You know, common sense, bro. You have 2 months to prepare for a game for someone who just played a game 2 weeks ago. Who do you think is going to be more healthy for the game? And you're hoping be in better shape. Because, I mean, like, you know, a lot of these kids, this is the last. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say this is the last route. The last route is going to be when you get an invitation to walk on as an undrafted free agent to an NFL team. That's when it goes off to a lot in kids' heads. So it's like, oh shit, no more stipend. Either I'm bouncing out of strip joint, which is a bad job. Trust me. There's some fringe benefits. Selling cars, where that light goes off under your ass, and you're making millions in the NFL. Jaden Sutton, Delaware State, nice size, 6 foot 220. This kid will be an undrafted free agent, and he will make a team. 1,250 yards and 12 touchdowns. Like I said, unfortunately for him, he is coming out, bro, out of the Power 5 schools, there's 30 legit running backs. So unfortunately, he's coming out on a loaded year at running backs. But then ironically, offensive tackle, horrible year. Guard, offensive line, it's a horrible year. Or when you throw in offensive tackle, guard, center. Me personally, I don't see a center getting drafted until like 3rd round. Quarterbacks, it's a horrible quarterback class. Horrible. Offensive line, it's a bad offensive line class. It's not that great for corners. It ain't. It really ain't. And I'm not shitting on kids. I'm not. But it's ironic. I said this all summer. And now everyone's been picking up on it for the last month or two. Tight ends. Bro, probably the deepest tight end class I've seen in 20 years. Running back, and I said that from the get-go. Defensive tackle, sick defensive tackle class. And I don't know, man. I think his name is Daniel Jeremiah. Ironically, first name is me. Daniel Jeremiah or something like that. He was on the TV today saying, oh, yeah, that's a great defensive tackle class, great defensive edge class. I'm like, yeah, bro, you're about 2-3 months late. And ironically, I love being that guy once again, bro. It's on the computer. You can check it out, man. So Daniel Jeremiah, I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's talking about this kid, Darius Alexander. defensive tackle / edge out of the little old Mac. Played for Toledo. Who went to the Senior Bowl, tore things up. And he's talking about him now as a possible second-round pick. Yet I dropped him months ago. Once again, Mr. Jeremiah, you're a little late, man. Yo, come on, people. It's Tuesday nights, man. Pay some attention to the MAC. They play a lot of games on Tuesday nights. And if you can't watch it on TV, you can go to the computer because there's some dude in a third world country streaming in his basement. Yeah, bro. That was comical today for what I saw about. He was talking about Darius Alexander from Toledo, like, we just landed on the moon. I'm like, you're a few months late, my friend. So we are at 701 prospects, man. I got like 50 more, 60 more. It's getting thin pickings, bro. Less than 300 get drafted, and then but each team has the practice squad, stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna take. See, then like I don't put no content out. I feel guilty. Closer we get to the Legacy Bowl, the more kids I'll put out, the more kids that stand out in the Legacy Bowl, I'll do a rundown of them and the games they played during the season. It's just some of these colleges trying to get the film is like so hard, bro. It's legit schools you never heard of. But I'd go down your favorite football team, and I guarantee you there's at least 5 to 7 kids on each team from the HBCUs. But isn't it ironic? Nobody's covering them. This is my third time going back into the HBCU. It's ironic, bro. It takes an Italian kid from the city to do it. Listen, man, have a happy Valentine's Day, but if you're in a good, healthy relationship, this should be just like any regular day. Every day should be Valentine's Day. One day of roses and chocolates and a dinner don't make up for you being a dick or you being a cheater or the same thing on her part, And if you truly love each other tonight when you're having dinner, hand each other your phones to go through. Because we all know when you're rocking with GWO for life. Over and out, everybody. Thanks, Evie. Thank you for jumping in the chat.